Greetings and salutations. Once again, this is Comic Book Hangover coming to you from my mobile studios. And actually, I guess you could call this Comic Book Hangover After Dark. It's daylight savings time, an unnecessary process that we're forced to go through year after year, twice a year. And because of this idiotic concept, in my opinion, it's a completely idiotic concept, it's now dark at 6 o'clock here in Michigan. It's pathetic and it's stupid and we need to get rid of it. But that said, I'm still doing this. I got some light, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the books that I picked up this week. All right, so, did I pick up anything older this week? I did. I'm trying to clear out my folder, my pull box. So what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is I'm going to grab all the new books that I'm getting and then a couple of older books. That way I'm not adding to it. I'm still lessening my stack because I really want to get my stack emptied, my pull box emptied at my LCS. But these are the older ones that I picked up this week. Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor #4. Only reason why I grabbed it is because it's a gorgeous Peach Momoko cover. Peach Momoko. I'm so sorry for butchering that name. We all know her. We all love her. She's an amazing artist. At least she's one of those artists that when she does an awesome job, like on this Lady Sif cover is amazing. When she does it, she knocks it absolutely out of the park. But when she doesn't do it, well, it's another thing altogether. Madballs versus Garbage Pail Kids #2. This is one of the variant covers. I think this is the only other variant cover that I got for that issue. So I hope so, because I got way too many of them. So those are the ones that I picked up that have come out over the last couple of weeks. What is this? Okay, so I got a couple of variants this week because, variants are the scourge of our existence in the comic book world. So I grabbed, sticking with Garbage Pail Kids Origins #2. Little Nasty Nick Adam Bomb action going there. I grabbed this variant cover for Garbage Pail Kids Origins #2, the trading card cover, which features Nasty Nick / Evil Eddie. I think that was his twin's name, but this is card #1A and #1B. This is if I remember right, this is the very first card in the very first series of Garbage Pail Kids. I grabbed Ghost Rider #8, hoping that this series picks up. This is a lot like She-Hulk. I'm buying it because I like the character. I'm a huge Ghost Rider fan. And, this series really, I don't know, it's having a hard time finding its footing. So I'm going to give it a couple more issues. I really don't want to drop it because it's still Ghost Rider. It's not some dork driving a car. But it's still Ghost Rider. There's a few things about it that aren't really making a whole lot of sense to me that I hope they do sort out before too long. If they don't, then I'm going to have to drop it because, I don't know, it's just, it's going nowhere fast. But I'm trying my best. To the point where I did pick up the 90s Extreme variant cover for Ghost Rider #8. I figured, what the hell, why not? So I grabbed that. Amazing Spider-Man #907. I know it says #13, I think, on there, but this is part of the Hobgoblin storyline. As I said before, huge Hobgoblin fan, and it's nice to have it back. Although I gotta say, there was a couple of panels in issue 906, issue 12, that some of the perspective on the way the characters were drawn were not the best. It was very off-putting. John Romita Jr., I expected much better from him. And the covers are great, but there's a few, we'll say, hiccups in the interior covers. But still, it's Hobgoblin. It's Spider-Man. I'm going to check it out. I think actually this one has the first appearance of a character called the Gold Goblin. I have absolutely no interest in that, but, it is what it is. And finally, cannot believe we're saying 30th anniversary, but we have the 30th anniversary Superman #75, of course, the iconic Death of Superman issue, which actually ended up not being the death, but he just kind of went into a coma. Just if they would have, essentially, it came out that if they would have left him out in the sun for a day or two, he would have been fine. But they went ahead and buried him in a dark crypt, which prevented him from healing himself and becoming better. So the people of Metropolis and the characters or the superheroes or whatever, it seemed like Batman would have been able to figure that one out. It was kind of weird that Batman didn't figure that out, but it is what it is. We got a great cover. 30 years later, we're looking at this whole thing all over again. So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing with the breaking of the bat. When Bane broke Batman's back for the first time. I'm wondering if they're going to do something with that. But that said, those were all the books that I picked up this week. And looking at these for my cover of the week, I'm actually going to have two because, you know, I can't deny that being able to look at these trading cards larger like this is great. I love being able to look at these cards, seeing the little details in the art. It'd be nice, and I'm hoping that Dynamite continues to do these sort of things because I would like to be able to get them all. But Dynamite's doing a great job with the Garbage Pail Kids. I mean, IDW did some fun stuff with them, yeah, but Dynamite is really taking it to the next level. Although it's kind of messed up already because we've got the Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids, and then we've got this series here. And in this series here, like, Nasty Nick is the bad guy. Nasty Nick is kind of like a Nazi. He's working with the Germans. This is during World War II. But in the Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids, they're acting like they're longtime friends. So I don't know if we're going to have any kind of continuity in this or if everything is going to be standalone. I hope that at some point we get some continuity because if we're fleshing out these characters, then we need to have some continuity in order to expand on the characters and make them more than what they already are. But that's my one cover of the week. The other one, of course, is this gorgeous Peach Momoko Lady Sif cover. Lady Sif, honestly, she doesn't get the love and attention that she rightly deserves. She's an amazing character, and why they don't do more with her is beyond me. I love her look. I love her personality. And really, you know, I bash the MCU a lot because they screw up so much. Backstories, powers, you know, the actual origins, though, you know, everything about characters gets really screwed up all the time in the MCU, and it ruins great characters. But the way they cast and portrayed Lady Sif in the MCU, she's really the only character out of all of them that was done right, in my opinion, absolutely right. And they didn't do anything with her. She had a few appearances, and that was it. And they didn't do anything with her. But really, I mean, Lady Sif, Jane Foster is, in the MCU, she's a loser. Why they let her be Thor, I mean, I know we're trying to follow the comic books a little bit, but I know it's mostly the message that, you know, women are stronger than men, and men are just bumbling morons at whatever. But in terms of the MCU, Jane Foster didn't do squat in order to become worthy to become Thor. In the comics, she did a lot. In the comics, she sacrificed herself. She puts herself in harm's way to save others. I mean, she proved herself to be worthy of Mjolnir. And in the comics, she was awesome. I mean, that whole thing, I remember the controversy of it and how people were throwing a fit over it. But I was like, yeah, let's give it a chance. Let's see what happens. And her look was great, and her story was great. The only thing that I wish they hadn't done was give away that it was Jane Foster as quickly as they did. It would have been nice to have that mystery for a little bit longer. But that said, Peach Momoko, Lady Sif variant cover for Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor issue 4 is my other cover of the week. So that said, we're going to wrap this up. Everybody, thanks for tuning in again. As I said, we're going to call this, I guess, Comic Book Hangover Weekly Haul After Dark. I'm going to hopefully be able to get these done during the day, but if not, it's nice to know that I do have some light options, and I can still do these at night. And yeah, we'll just keep it up as best we can. You know, I really enjoy doing this. I'm appreciative, infinitely appreciative of all of the views that I've been getting. I think my last video had 22 views on it, which I thought was great. I've been able to keep over 10 views for each of my videos for the last couple of weeks. I think maybe for like the last month or so, actually. And so that's been great. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys checking out my videos. The comments, I appreciate. I wish I had more time to, you know, tune in to other people's videos because you guys are doing some great videos out there. I do check them out as much as I can. I don't always have a chance to comment on them, and I do apologize for that. But yeah, I mean, between work and school and kids and trying to get our lives back together, I just don't have a lot of time. I'm not even really on Facebook much anymore. But I'm working on doing better. I mean, this being able to do these on a regular weekly basis again, that's part of the process. Next step is giving feedback to my fellow comic book YouTubers, because there's some great ones out there. I would like to start spotlighting them again, as I did before. Every once in a while, talk about one specific YouTuber and put a link to their channel in my description down below, because I don't see it as competition. I mean, everybody talks about different comic books, which is great, because everybody has a different perspective on these comic books and their opinions and their views and the books that they read. Everybody's got a different stack of books on their channel, so I think that's great. So I don't see any of these guys as competition. I see them as complementary to what I'm doing, because I don't do a whole lot of books, so it's nice to be able to have other channels that also talk about comic books, so don't talk about the same thing, so you're not getting the same stuff over and over again. So I may start doing that once in a while, just spotlight another channel so you guys can check them out. There's some great stuff out there. But that said, I know I've said that like 5 or 6 times probably by now. I don't know. But that said, we're going to wrap this up. It's nice outside, so I'm not freezing my butt off, which is great. But I'm going to get inside because my little guy, he still has to do some homework for school. And and I want to start reading my books for this week. I've been doing a real good job keeping up on my books. So we're going to do that. Everybody, again, thanks for watching. Thanks for your continued support. I got 10 new subscribers in the month of whatever last month was, October. So I got 10 new subscribers in the month of October. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for jumping on board. Definitely feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, put them on your Twitter, on your Facebook, or whatever you want to do. I appreciate all the support and all the love that I'm getting, and I am working damn hard to be able to put myself in a position where I can return some of that love, because you guys deserve it as much as I do. And I will see everybody next week with another new video, another batch of books. Have a great weekend, everybody. See ya.